This is the upper body workout I'm using to get one of my craziest physiques ever. You might laugh during this video, you might cry, but you're definitely going to learn a lot. Starting off with overhead press. I'm not just doing typical overhead press. I'm only using 130 pounds. I could use a lot more weight if I wanted to, but my only goal for the upper body is to get as jacked as possible. So you can see I'm really controlling the weight on the way down. When I'm going up, I'm basically pushing as hard as I can, but on the way down, I really want to burn my shoulders as much as possible. So that's why I'm controlling it on the way down. And these, even when it gets hard, like right now, these last 2 or 3 reps are really hard, I'm still trying to do perfect reps. And it's a lot of core, because when you're really going down like that, it's hard to breathe, it's hard for everything, but even just one set of doing overhead press like these will put your shoulders on fire. It's super worth it. Give it a shot, slow it down, and you'll feel your muscles work a lot more. Next up, I'm doing deficit rows. And I really like these because it's really the most strict row you can have with free weights. I stand on top of a little box or whatever it's called. I use smaller plates so I can go even deeper. And I make sure to keep my torso exactly parallel with the floor. And I row it like even above my nipples. I try to row as high as possible to make the movement as hard as possible. And because of that, you don't really need to use that much weight. I'm only using 130 pounds. Same weight I was using for my overhead press, coincidentally. Here you have another angle in my second set. You can see I'm completely flat with the floor, rowing super high. It allows me to get a lot of upper back and not really any lats. I learned this movement from Mike Isertel. It's a really high stimulus, low fatigue movement. Really good for bodybuilding. You might be looking at this and asking, what the fuck am I doing? I am setting up for deficit push-ups, which is an absolutely goated chest exercise. It's really a pain to set up because you have to put all those 25 plates and stuff. But once you set it up, and you start doing it, it allows you to go super extremely deep, like way past your chest. You can see at the bottom, look at that shoulder angle, it's insane. I can go super deep, get an enormous stretch on my pecs, and yeah, even with this exercise, you'll feel it after just one set. Everything will be lit up. It'll feel like you did an entire chest workout, and all you did is 1 or 2 sets. It's insane. Really give this a try, but start by going light and high reps so that you don't fuck yourself up. After that, I move on to, I don't even know what to call these, like chest-supported dumbbell rows, basically. And as you can see, I like to switch often between push and pull exercises. It gives the opposite side a break, so while I'm doing these, my push muscles get a rest and vice versa. I really like these. They're extremely strict. And at the bottom, you can see I really let my arms stretch out in front of me and get a huge stretch on my back. As you can tell, I really like stretching exercises. I think they're really good for bodybuilding. And this is a pretty hard exercise, I'm not going to lie to you. And it's okay to use a little bit of momentum. I really don't care for pulling movements. For pushes, I like to go super strict. But for rows and stuff, I like to use some cheat, I don't care. After I hit failure on a movement like this, I like to keep going, pulling as high as I can, even though I know I'm not going to like touch my chest or anything. Half reps, quarter reps, I don't care. Just to add that little extra cherry on top. It's really nice to do this, but it's incredibly mentally taxing. Like, you have to get really hyped to do this. It's really hard. Also, peep the Crocs. The final pushing exercise is Smith machine incline press. I really have come to enjoy the Smith machine. I never used to use it for any exercises, but for bodybuilding, it's really awesome. It just puts you in that fixed bar path. You can control the weights really well. You can see I'm controlling just like how I did with the overhead press. And it allows you to just put maximum force into the bar. You don't need to worry about balance. You don't need to worry about stability. None of that. You can just push like an idiot. You just push the weight and you get the fucking reps. It can get really tempting to speed the bar up if you're trying to get more reps. But if your goal is bodybuilding, don't do this. You can see even on these reps, I'm super tired, but I'm continuing to control it. As if it's the first rep. As if I'm doing my first rep. This is how you get the most growth. By punishing the muscle, going as hard as you can. And I wasn't really happy with this set. I wanted to get 13, only got 12 reps. I like to do calves on my upper body days because I get too lazy to do them on my leg days. One thing about calves is really control the weight on the way down, allow a full stretch, and then go all the way up. You see too many people ego lifting on this. You can see I'm using 2.5 plates, but it took me like a year and a half to get to this weight. You'll see these like old guys that come to the gym, bro. They'll put like 5 or 6 plates and they'll just do these like stupid bouncing reps. You get like 10 reps like this. Don't do that. There's no point ego lifting on this. Take your time, control the reps. That's how you get the most growth. Thanks for watching, boys. See you next time.